Welcome back to Off-Road Touring. Grace and I continue our epic adventure heading from Brisbane to Sydney, hitting as much of the East Coast as possible. If you haven't seen part 1, be sure to check that out as we've seen some insane spots. However, in this one we continue heading south and end up in some caves right along the beach, punch out to the well-known Stockton Beach before full driving through some epic terrain right along the coast with some incredible views, World War II bunkers and a lot more in between. Good morning. So about almost 6 o'clock and we're gonna pack up, head off. We were hoping to actually see another sunrise this morning, but it's grey clouds all around, so I don't think we're gonna see much of any sunrise, unfortunately. But it's still so cold and windy, and it absolutely poured down last night so bloody much. Like it was on and off. Like you just wake up every time it starts pouring down. But yeah, there was a lot of water on the awning, unfortunately, but that's all right. Anyways, everything's all wet and soaked. Yeah, fun times. And also I forgot to mention, we seen a little fox run across there yesterday as well, which I wouldn't have thought there'd be foxes out here, so there you go. Anyways, we're gonna pack up and probably just punch straight to Stockton or that sort of ways and get there nice and early so we can spend a lot of time there today. So yeah, let's get packed up and see how we go. One Mile Beach is quite small, however you can full drive both to the northern and southern ends, and there's sand dunes, campground and various walking tracks in the area. The entry and exit points are extremely soft and the sand dunes section is quite fun to drive on. There is only one entry and exit track, which is mostly one car wide, but is quite easily accessible. Overall, it was worth the stop for one night. It was just unfortunate that it was heavy rain and very windy overnight.
So we've left the 1 Mile Beach Samurai Campground sort of area now. The campground itself, it would have been lovely if it wasn't so rainy and windy, but because of all the rain, everything got sandy and it was cold and there was no fires allowed there, so...
And everything's just packed up all wet now as well, which sucks. It's just more enjoyable at camp when it's not, pouring down rain and that sort of stuff. But, every day is not always sunshine and rainbows, but we still make the most of it. We're now punching to Stockton Beach, which we're super keen for, and from looking up, the best sort of entry point is from Williamstown, and then you're onto Levi's Lane, and then we should get on to Stockton from there. So never been before, so that's gonna be a first for us, but yeah, we're super keen. So we've just come down Levi's Lane, and there's a turn off with just full drive access, no dogs permitted, that sort of stuff. It's not really signed clearly, so it's just sort of drive down and find it, but it's not hard to find. Anyways, keep punching out. This is sick. So far we've just kind of come on and it's just, you can sort of, it looks like go wherever, and it's just massive sort of sand dunes or sandy sort of area. This is so cool. We've never driven on anything like this. Unfortunately, there is no drones permitted out on Stockton Beach as well. I mean, you see people still fly them, but
what they do is they attach a GoPro to a seagull.
Yep. But yeah, no, it is drones not permitted, unfortunately. It is very choppy out there today as well, same as yesterday. we're now all the way at the sort of most northern point of Stockton Beach.
The Anna Bay exit sort of side.
Yeah, so a little bit further you can go there, but there's the exit and there's the township up there. And then down that way is the southern end, and we'll head back and go to the sand dunes. I think there's shipwrecks or some sort of wreck you can go check out, so we'll, yeah, should have a lot of fun there.
Yeah.
And you may be able to hear there is a jet flying at the moment. There is like Navy vehicles and stuff on the beach, all heading onto the beach when we came on, so pretty cool to see.
There's a few out and about today.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna continue punching back. So when you pay for the permit, they give you this sort of piece of paper with all the rules. It also has like your pass that you put up on your windscreen. It has all the information that you should read up on, and it's everything you need to know, which is super, super handy. And it also has a map of all the zones and that sort of stuff. So definitely awesome that they give you that. And just like that, we're at the southern, well, not the most southern end, but we're at the Cygna shipwreck, which is here.
Unfortunately, it's high tide at the moment, so we can't really see the shipwreck, except occasionally when the waves splash, you see a little bit peak up. But unfortunately, low tide's not again until like 7 p.m. So this is all we'll see of it, sadly.
I don't think there's any information here on that shipwreck as well. Like there's an information board more about birds though.
Yeah.
So I'll look up and see what that shipwreck's about. But yeah, you can see like the top of it just peek through. So I wonder how much of it you can see at low tide. Anyways, we're going to chill out here and then have some fun in the sand dunes, I think. We're up here on one of the highest sand dune sort of mountains out here. There is a high one over there, but there's all military vehicles like getting bogged and looks like doing some training and that sort of stuff. So interesting, but there's not many people out here. Just some people on quad bikes and a dirt bike went past. Otherwise, that's pretty much been it. There's been a few utes up on the north end. I think we might drive down to that southern end and then come back and have some fun in the sort of play hills.
Yeah.
So nice out here. So we've just sort of come down back over there. That fence line is all private property, and then here there's just some campgrounds. So they are sort of marked and designated campgrounds. Some of them do have fire pits sort of already built in there. So it's good to know. Definitely would be nice to camp out of here, I reckon. Yeah. Maybe with some bit better weather, less windy conditions would be nice. But yeah, good to see. So let us know if you've camped out here and if it's been good or if it's been always windy or whatnot. That'd be interesting to know.
So we sort of just came up here and tried to go in and then we started to sink. So we've reversed back now and we're just gonna try again. Easy enough, just needed some momentum. Uh-oh.
Well, I should have kept some momentum on that one, but I didn't. I backed off quite a lot, but anyways, we just got no power to go back and out of it, unfortunately. So just easiest way will be to dig some sand out from behind the tyres and reverse back out and come up again. But so bloody soft out here, so fun.
Time to dig, hey.
Yep. Just probably the easiest way out of here. We did actually bring Max Tracks on this trip, unlike the one we did to Bundaberg and got stuck on that racing the tide. Would be easier with the handle, but well. This side's probably what's stopping us the most. Sort of getting hung up on the axle a bit on the sand, even though the sand's still getting caught up. And this tyre's down a bit. The tyre pressures are the same, about 18 PSI, so you can also go lower PSI without beadlocks, and that will help you get out of these sort of situations, but the shovel's just going to be pretty quick and easy.
Take two. It's so soft.
Just not enough power. This thing's just so gutless. The old ZD30, bloody gutless, but guess we go back down and go another hill, sadly. After getting stuck, the patrol quickly sunk to the chassis as the vehicle was leaning to the driver's side, which allowed the passenger side to spin a lot easier. And without lockers, there was no chance of driving out of this one.
Cameron's redigging, and then we're going to put our Max Tracks under and go back out. Let's get out of here, or...
You can see the passenger side free spinning, and again without lockers, making this very difficult. However, we keep trying to raise the Max Tracks as closest to the passenger side as possible, but with no success.
Or not. Oh no.
We need lockers.
We're just going to shovel some more and maybe let the tyres down a little bit more and see how that goes.
We end up swapping the Max Tracks to the rear of the tyres, which makes a massive difference.
Come on. Surely, surely. Yes. So after a lot of digging, we're finally out. Thank God. We just need a locker and we'll be right. We're not going to try this one again.
That pretty much
sums up our Stockton adventure. So we did get stuck for a little bit there. I'm not quite sure how long we took, but we got out of it eventually, which is good after a lot of effort, and we absolutely tore up that hill.
Yeah, that's it. But that was a bit of fun for the day. Anyways, it's about 1 o'clock in the RV, so we're gonna pretty much head straight to our next destination. We're gonna fuel up and hit the road once again.
When we get there, maybe have some lunch and stuff, and
yeah,
hopefully the afternoon's as fun as the morning's been.
That's it. But if you haven't been to Stockton, it is worth it.
So much fun.
So cool to camp out here, I reckon, and spend a day out here with mates and that sort of stuff. And yeah, absolutely epic. But anyways, up and on to the next adventure. We are currently at Granny Pools now, so we popped in at 9 Mile Beach, and unfortunately it's I think it was $65 permit just for the beach access.
Yeah.
So we thought, because we're only going to be there for like a couple hours in the RV, we thought we'd just give it a skip. It's not really worth the $60. If we're staying there the whole day, maybe, but we already just came from Stockton Beach as well, being $33. And
we spent most of the day there, really. So.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to be much better than that anyway, but yeah, we're down here now at Granny Pools. We're going to check this out, and then we have booked a hip camp for tonight because there's only one other sort of campground or national park campground nearby, and
otherwise it's all caravan
out.
parks and stuff like that.
Yeah, so yeah, let's check this out and then punch on to camp. And this is it. So literally like a couple meters from the car park right there, and then you're just down here. So it's like a man-made sort of section, and would be nice for swimming actually. And paddleboarding especially, yeah.
It's better than those rock pools that are at like those main beaches where it's a full man-made pool but with seawater and stuff like that. This is quite nice.
Fortunately, it is late in the afternoon and
Bloody
a bit too cold to swim. We're here now at camp. So the drive in was alright, just a bit of a steep hill that was quite slippery due to all the rain, but otherwise come in alright. And then it's just a nice kind of property. The main house is actually up there, and then there's another site tucked in back there, but that's already taken unfortunately. And then this is just the other site. There's some neighbours way down there, so sort of secluded, but it's like we're in the middle of towns out here, so this is pretty good. I have showers nice and early. I think it's about 5 o'clock now. But there's already heaps of mosquitoes, so I reckon there's going to be heaps tonight. Got the fire going now nice and early. It's bloody nice and toasty. Hopefully it keeps all the mozzies away. Grace just had a shower. I'm about to have a shower. Got some hot water. Cook it up and then just have a hot shower out here. So it's so easy when we have this shower. It's just like a $25 sort of battery shower. And you just put the pump in a bucket of water. And then that just feeds the water up. And it's good pressure and everything like that. So yeah, super handy and super portable too. So that's what we love about it. Once again, another night with rain. Unfortunately, it just literally started and came out of nowhere pretty heavy too. We just rushed to get everything under cover because we were sitting by the fire. Yeah, anyways, I think we're going to cook up dinner and maybe go into the rooftop tent early tonight.
Good morning. It's currently just after 6 o'clock in the morning. Cameron wanted us to get up early so we can hit the road because we've got quite a busy day today. I've just made us some coffee. Very cold and it rained last night, so everything's still a little wet, but I'm super keen for today. It should be a good day.
And just like that, we are now at our first destination for the day, Caves Beach. So yeah, just pulled up into the car park. Doesn't look like there's many people here at all, which should be good. There should be a cave by the looks, so you can sort of go in. This is looking very nice. As you come down from the beach there, and you can come just over here, there's all these sort of cliff face with looks like heaps of rocks and caves and that sort of stuff. Here's the first sort of cave. Grace has just found a little home. Her sized. So just there's the beach and there's a whole cave. All little sort of caves you can walk into from down here and through there. All the way back into here. Wow. And straight out to this. There's more caves up and over there as well. All in there. Wow, this is epic. And this is actually very close to a town. So, I mean, there are a few people there at the entry, unfortunately. This is definitely worth the stop in if you're passing through. This is cool. We've just come from all the way around there and you can kind of jump along all these rocks or even walk through the water. It's not that deep. It's not full high tide yet. So when it's fully high tide, you may not be able to get in here, or maybe a bit more risky at least. There's just another cave here. Wow. This goes right up and in. This is absolutely epic. This section of beach is well worth the stop in if you're passing by. The caves are easily accessible and there are so many caves to explore. I highly recommend going at low tide so it's easier to explore further around the beach. Well, we're just at this beach sort of front section. We just stopped in a little cafe, just got a nice coffee and a little pastry as well. And while we were waiting, we've seen whales just way out there. They're not jumping at the moment, but when they did, 2 whales jumped up at the same time, made a massive splash. Whales once again. That's absolutely insane. But anyways, we're gonna munch this down and then continue on to the next spot, which I don't think is too far from here.
We've just been on our way to Shark Hole. The other entry's gate is closed, so we've just come to this sort of dirt road, full driving road sort of thing, to see if it'll be open. It might be hard to see, but way out there is a whale. So close. We were just driving around near all this beautifulness and it's so close. Holy crap, that's so cool. So we've just been sitting here for a few minutes now. That whale is just having so much fun in the water. Cameron's got the drone out and it's so beautiful here.
We're like right on a cliff edge too, which is insane. Like underneath us right now is massive sort of cave sort of section. It's insane out here, so beautiful. When I was flying the drone, I was watching a baby one, which I thought was a big one, but then as I was flying it over, I seen there's just a big shadow underneath, and it turns out it's a massive, massive whale. And when we actually first ran down here and we first seen them, and they were pretty close over here, you could actually hear the noise they were making. Never ever heard that before in our lives, so absolutely insane. That baby one's still just jumping around. There's more whales just in front of us again here. It's just, holy heck.
This is the bunker that's sort of near the Shark Hole, and of course, unfortunately, it's been utterly covered in graffiti, which is such a shame.
Someone brought a motorbike in here and did burnouts. Yeah, interesting. I don't know what this was actually used for, but yeah, it's nothing crazy. I assume back in wartime, but I don't know.
It's definitely cool. Just wish there wasn't so much rubbish and graffiti everywhere. It's like a sort of chimney. This is the outside and the view.
Quite a nice view. So the track goes all around this one here, that's the patrol up over there. And this here's the second bunker. This one here's still got like the doorway on it, unlike the other one. And then there's heaps of junk in here. There's a couch, chairs, all that sort of stuff. Definitely someone's hangout spot. Yeah, I mean, it's cool that there's still bunkers standing. Just a shame that they get trashed and all that sort of stuff. But again, I don't know what these were actually used for. Might see if I can look it up afterwards and see if there's anything on them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can full drive and come and see this.
So we're still trying to make our way to that shark cave. So this one here It's still a bit rutted out and stuff. It's a bit hard to tell with the shadows, but there are so many different types of tracks to get down here, and honestly this one's the easier one, and this one's still rutted out as all hell.
Track is actually quite fun. The hardest part was that hill, but it had so many different line options for all different like vehicles, I assume, but some of them were real gnarly. And for the one we did, I just let tires down to about 20 psi and just chucked in low range and pulled down it quite controlled, which is good. This is so tight through here and it's so slippery too, but it's just this tiny little section of it and then we're out.
Bye-bye paint.
That's all it is.
Oh, bye-bye paint.
Well, after a bit of full driving and that sort of stuff, we've just come out of that way. There's a few turn-offs and that sort of stuff we'll check out after, but sort of got the patrol somewhat parked up. There's no real spots. Just up here, you can keep going through, but it gets real tight and I don't want to scratch the car more than we already have, to be honest. But this right here is Shark Hole, which looks very, very sketchy. It has a ladder that's chained up the top here, and the ladder doesn't even reach all the way down, it's just hanging. And then that goes all the way out to the ocean. Just after a bit of OH&S inspection on this ladder, I don't know, I think it's safe. Like, I think it's pretty safe. This bolt is all that's holding this chain on from this side, and once that bolt comes out, that just unravels. And that bolt is not properly secured. That one there is, so that's good. And that side there's properly secured. This rope isn't any like safety, it's just sitting around and it can slide up. And then it has got some handles that you can kind of pull yourself all the way from the bottom. But looks pretty safe to me. No, but I don't think we're going to climb down this one. It's just one thing can go wrong and then it can lead to many things wrong. And we're in the middle of nowhere, so there's no real point in risking it. But it is cool and would be awesome to actually get down there. Give this one a miss, yeah? Or do you reckon it's safe?
I'm scared.
And for good reason too. So the other exits are either just not used and a bit gnarly, or blocked off. So this is where we came, is the only way sort of back, but that's all right. At least we know we can get through. A bit of a tight track, this one, and it's all like this, how we just got a big lane. Such a fun drive out here though, and you're just looking at the beach on the horizon and the cliff edges and stuff. It's so cool. So slippery now, the tyres are just caked in mud. Okie dokie, so we've gone and left where we were full driving and that sort of stuff, so that was epic, seeing that all that sort of stuff. And now we are at Bon Gon Beach, sort of parking area. There is going to be Fraser Beach and all that sort of stuff to check out here in this sort of conservation park. But yeah, check this out. All the ocean just flows in here. Nice blue water. There's a massive cave in there. How cool. From that car park, so that's Bon Gon Beach just down there, and then Fraser Beach way over there. And then this is Snapper Point we're walking out to now. Well, this is cool. It's quite a nice view. When we were driving down, we actually did see whales way out there, but I can't really see any at the moment. This is awesome. So we were just up over there at Snapper Point, and we're now walking down to Bon Gon Beach. Up at Snapper Point, there is a little memorial sort of plaque up there with a list of people who have passed away at that section. I'd assume it's all just because of the ocean and currents down below. Looked a bit rough down there, but yeah, anyways, hopefully this beach looks nice. There's a couple of swimmers there, and then this water's just pumping up.
Someone almost got ripped out.
Yeah, someone just got pulled out here. So
Like, you can see how rough it is.
we weren't ready standing up about to throw in that buoy, but they did have someone threw out a surfboard to them, so.
Yeah.
But that's how easy it is to go out here.
Gotta be
Just
careful.
massive pool. We're now down at Waibung Head. So this will be the last sort of point of interest, and yeah, you can sort of see there's whales playing out there. We can't really tell on the drone, but there's whales out there. Were some over there early and some others way back. So absolutely insane to see. And it's such a nice view, but I'll send the drone up so you guys can see a much better view. This place is just absolutely unreal out here. It's so beautiful. This brings us to the end of this episode. What an insane trip.
We've seen so much, honestly. We saw so many stunning beaches, hidden gems, saw basically whales every day except for one, and they
Except for one, yeah.
came out to play a lot, which was absolutely amazing.
Insane. I can't believe we heard the bloody whales. That's insane. Anyways, this wraps up this one. We're going to now punch out to Lithgow and continue our adventure. So we'll see you in the next off-road touring adventure.